Justice Not Just Legal Part 2 Audio. I don't know, Charlotte, we would be opening a can of worms, I should say a barrel of rattlesnakes. There is political corruption in Kyle's case, it may be even in Cynthia's case as well. I will need to pull some strings, it will not be easy to get their cases back in court again, especially since they are thought to be dead. It has been a little over a year ago, you know. I am sure you and your little gang can handle the physical end of it nicely. I must warn you, it may be dangerous. It will take a hefty amount of money as well. Charlotte speaks with concern. We may not have the money then. Oh no, that is certainly not the case, between the two of us it would just be like a pocket full of change. Oh no, we will not use any of your money. Don't you worry, you don't need any of my change, you will have a plenty unless you are thinking of buying the whole state of Colorado as well. There is that teasing smile again. You may need to call in Sleazy Slick on the case though. Charlotte replies with mischief to match TJ, and she is firm. He is not available, he retired, or he may have taken up another line of work. I haven't spoken with him lately, but we do have some very good undercover agents. If I could find Sleazy Slick, I might persuade him to pull a few punches. That is if you thought he would be of any use. You remember a while back Charlotte posed as Sleazy Slick. She is Sleazy Slick herself, she invented him, and TJ is very much aware of that fact. You little brat, I am certainly no match for you, but someday you may meet your match. If those two are still alive roaming the wilds, they may be a cagey pair. It may be like capturing Tarzan. I can just picture those two roaming the wilds. I am sure Kyle will be able to tell some tall tales. In one way he is a fortunate kid, except for him being considered a fugitive. I will enjoy the task, I will also enjoy working with my close friends. TJ has that teasing grin again. Is that the reason you would like to have Bill at your side? Charlotte has a tinge of red seeping into her face. Who said anything about Bill being by my side? He may not know much about law or even care about knowing, but he is good at what needs to be done to rescue those kids. Bill is great at dealing with people, but he just hates conflict. That is why he does not want to be a lawyer. It has not a thing to do with me. He will not be led about by a little 12-year-old girl. He may be more stubborn than his father is. TJ had hit her soft spot. Charlotte did love Bill very much, and possible marriage had crossed her mind. Charlotte had heard that Susie has a kid she is sweet on now anyway, it would be no harm to her. Susie had not truly loved Bill anyway, she was resentful to his way of thinking and resentful to his lifestyle as well. TJ has a fake irked attitude. I give up, you know both of my kids and me far better than we know ourselves. You little brat, you never cease to humiliate me or make me feel like a little kid again. TJ, that is why we all love you, you know how to relate to us, you are like one of us. I am so sorry if I humiliate you, but I do not make you feel like one of us. You are young at heart, you just never realized it before. TJ has a pleased and sympathetic look. That is true, I do love my position, I do not see it as a job, it is a privilege. It is like having a very large family, and I have a lot of neat kids. I savor that feel of being like all of you. Do you plan to use the Great Hall? It is nearly time for your counsel. Charlotte speaks as if she is dealing with a little child, and TJ fully realizes her sly and clever maneuver. TJ, it is not my counsel, you are aware of that fact. I am not getting the counsel together, Mello and Ben are taking care of it. TJ, you have a great counsel, all of them accept their task very well. They would like me to be there, we would like to have you there as well. You show them the Great Hall, I would be very grateful if you would, they have not seen it yet. Take this, take my magic wand and give it back to me. When you give them to all the council members, none should know that I have seen any of what you are going to show us. So, it is my counsel now, is it? You sneaky little brat, so you still want to remain in the woodwork, do you? You refuse to be caught in the limelight. Yes, TJ, I will always be in the woodwork. I will be a 13-year-old in a few days. I will be 13 for a whole year. I want all my friends to see me as just one of them. I would like them to look to you as a father. They respect you very much and you do hold the control of the whole institution. I would also like them to think you own the school. I would be very grateful to you. The fact that I own the school must always remain a secret. It would hurt me greatly if I were exposed. TJ has obscure vision. A few teardrops escape. He looks at Charlotte with care and kindness. I will do my very best to make you happy, Charlotte, you deserve it. He then turns to leave. Charlotte stands gazing after him. It is through the mist, her vision is a bit obscure. TJ's love and care is as her father, she always feels at ease bringing her problems to TJ. Bill and Carol is as Charlotte's brother and sister. TJ meets Mello and Ben as he makes his way down the hall. Good morning, boys. Mello and Ben greet TJ in unison. It's great, TJ. Would you call the first council to my office, Mello? I have a few secrets to share with them. I am sorry, TJ, I should have spoken to you first. I have called the council, and Charlotte told us that you had things you needed to share with us. She made it very clear that you were in control of everything. She will help only if needed. She says she will be a 13-year-old girl, in a few days, and she plans to be that for a whole year. She is going to enjoy it and everyone will just have to face the fact, and all of them must treat her like a 13-year-old. The little brat, she has outfoxed me again, but she is a sweet little thing, she would never harm anyone. She does have great trust in the first council and in me. Come on, boys, let's get back to the conference room. With that, TJ turns back to his office. Mello and Ben follow. The rest of the gang will be here soon, Mello informs. TJ takes the council to the third door from the end, it's the one next to his office. He puts everyone in the system and he gives them their cell phones. Of course he calls the cell phones their magic wands. The phones give access to all doors on the entire premises, it includes the ones that are not there, that is, the invisible ones. TJ has always had a problem with the access codes, but Nikki is an expert with it. Because of this, Nikki has been at TJ's side. TJ turns to Nikki. Would you do the honors, Nikki? It is 3 zeros 1 second apart. The door opens and there are a few soft wows and neats. This room is a large conference room, it is twice the size of the one between TJ and Charlotte's offices. Nikki punches in the next code that TJ gives her. Then, the wall opens and a wide corridor is now in view that leads to the Great Hall. The whole council is stunned. There are a few intake of breaths, then silence, then Sally Swan Bloom the clown in the gang crushes the silence. Are there ghosts that go along with it? With the fairies and all the ghosts, I will feel like a witch. TJ replies with a mischievous smile, we will not be furnishing brooms. The duo gets a good response from the gang and none can keep a straight face, there are even a few short giggles. There is much chatter as the council now strolls down that wide corridor. They are on their way to the Great Hall. The whole council is very keyed up, they all think it is fantastic. They enter the Great Hall in awe, there is stone silence for an instant. Then, Swan shrieks, yikes. And then she speaks with a squeaky little voice, this is better than Harry Potter. The hall then fills with great, immense, fantastic, unbelievable, incredible, and absurd, bizarre. Ben whispers, knock me over with a feather. Bill follows Ben's remark with awe, this is the most awesome cathedral I have ever seen. Ben is very firm when he whispers to Bill, Bill, this is not a cathedral, this is the Great Hall, This is not a religious institute. Yes, I realize that, but it still makes me think of a cathedral anyway. TJ shows them all about the special chairs. He shows them the secret passage. He takes them in the underground monorail to the DVD facility. He shows them everything about the DVD facility, and the final is back to the Great Hall. The meeting is lengthy and all projects are well organized. When finished, everyone is eager to get back to their rooms. They will prepare for the mission or start their project. Charlotte is soon back in her room. Her little girl and Jane are not there. Charlotte sits and meditates for a while. Unbeknown to Charlotte, Bill Russell is very determined. He is set on going with Charlotte and her gang. It may not set well with Susie. He also knows Susie must create her a life. It cannot be in orbit around him. There are rumors floating around that Susie is sweet on some boy she met and he is her caliber. He is more her lifestyle. It is comfort for Bill, as Bill would like Susie to be happy. Lee Lin Lang would like to go, but he wants to be with Daffy D. Daly. Lee and Daffy are happy to stick to their gardening projects. Lee and Daffy have secret affairs to see to for Charlotte as well, that will keep them here at headquarters. Pepper Lace would like to go, but she wants to be with Sarah. The two little girls are very close. Pepper Lace says she could come later in case there is a problem and she is needed. Charlotte relaxes a bit, but it is not for long. She packs and organizes herself for the mission. Then she decides to see what is going on with the rest of the gang, but she doesn't get far. Charlotte meets Ben and Bill in the corridor and she asks them into her room as she wants to speak in private. Bill and Ben have started the research. They went into the news archives. There have been some strange thefts. It is in the foothills of the mountain range in Southern California. Charlotte speaks resolutely. First we should check the witnesses and we must get the legal part started. That will take us to California. Charlotte, I can do more in the field than I can here at headquarters. I will search out the legal end with the witnesses. I will interview those at the detention center and I will speak to the officer that let Keel escape. I could check with Keel's father also. Let him escape? Do you think he let him escape? You may be right. I had not thought of that. I would have let him escape. That may be so, but I did not plan to leave that impression. Charlotte, he let Kyle escape, intentional or not. Oh yes, that is true, Ben. I would like to have Pepper Lace and Sarah with Swan and me. The little girls could be valuable tools, that is, if it is okay with you, Charlotte. Your team can search for Kyle and Cynthia. It is just an idea. If you rather I stayed here, I have no problem with that. I am totally at your service, Charlotte. No, Ben, I do not want you at my service. I would like you to supervise the whole mission. It will make me very happy. Just work closely with TJ. He may have you to do things that you consider unethical, but bear with him. He knows how to succeed. Your plan is first rate. I know Sarah would love it and the two little girls would have a great time. You will need to let Pepper Lace spend a little time in the forest. When she is not in the forest, she is like a fish out of water. I know, she and I are of the same species. In fact, we three are three of a kind, and I envy Kyle except for being a fugitive. I feel the same way, Ben. Bill, I would like to have you in my gang. Would you like to come? Do you think Susie would mind? I would not like to see her upset by it. Charlotte, if Susie has a problem, she will just have to deal with it, as my mind is made up. I am very concerned with those two kids. If you don't want me in your gang, I will head out on my own. I am serious, Charlotte. I will not be Susie's yo-yo. I am not the center of her solar system either. I have been in a stupor the last few years and you have woke me up. This is a great new world I live in now. Susie wants to live in another world and it is not my world. We can never be happy together, and I have heard rumors that she has found a boyfriend of her style anyway. Charlotte is shocked at Bill's stance and concern for Keel and Cynthia, and is plain to see. He seems so firm. he has taken control of his own life. It gives Charlotte a great feeling, as from her view Bill has always let Susie interfere with his life. She would like to give Bill a hug but she restrains herself. In that case, if Susie comes to me about it, I can tell her that you invited yourself. If I don't let you come with me, you will go on your own and that could be risky for you. It is settled then.